Just today, Mattel announced another huge recall of toys imported from China.
Well, there is a new recall of dangerous exports from communist China. Hundreds of thousands of defective tires are being...
Reports 900,000 tubes of Chinese toothpaste with a poison used in antifreeze.
Information this morning about a link between that contaminated pet food from China and your dinner.
Dog food, tires, toothpaste, even toys. It just takes a quick look at the news to see that the number of inferior products coming into the United States is on the rise, which makes it more important than ever to know what you're buying and where it's coming from. In the automotive aftermarket, inferior replacement parts are finding their way onto cars and trucks nationwide. This is leading to costly and unnecessary repairs, angry customers, tied-up service bays, even potential safety risks. Not to mention further damage to the aftermarket's image. The air conditioning segment has been hit hard by a flood of poorly designed and constructed products. An investigative team with hidden cameras recently visited an overseas supplier of accumulators and dryers, a critical component that removes moisture and contaminants that affect the AC system's performance. The findings were startling. Valve cores, valve core housing, fittings, and the insides, all containing rust. Little or no desiccant or material that may not be automotive-grade desiccant. Shoddy welds, a lack of testing, no formal manufacturing steps or processes. Steel tubing not being cleaned, inadequate nitrogen charging, inadequate filter pad material, incorrectly sized fittings and dryers, even interior components rattling around. Here, a flat-top dryer has a good surface, but no hole for the outlet tube. Aluminum foil was found inside this accumulator, which could block the desiccant and restrict the flow of refrigerant. And here, a screen filter is placed in a position that can easily break over time. The two-piece design also increases its chances of failing. Manual welding and thinner aluminum in some accumulators result in weak welds, in what is supposed to be the product's strongest point. What's more, improperly sized internal tubing affects system performance. The result, if the accumulator and dryer fail to do their jobs, the compressor will prematurely fail and a disgruntled return customer is soon to follow. A facility tour found a leak testing machine that hadn't been used in quite some time, poorly maintained, non-automated manufacturing equipment, and desiccant installed in a room with an open window on a hot summer day, severely compromising its ability to work once on a vehicle. Additionally, the amount of desiccant was often below requirements. Machining of critical tolerances measured by eye instead of by regularly maintained and verified calibrated, automated equipment. In some locations, products were even dried outside. What comes from such attempts to cut costs? A compressor starved for refrigerant and oil, or getting too much. Contaminants not captured, but making their way to the compressor and other key components, like the orifice tube, TXB, evap core, and so on. And though it may seem fine, an otherwise good compressor could fail in just months. In extreme cases, the accumulator may even explode due to a thin-wall aluminum body and high pressure from equalization of the system. It's important to note that many imported components are built to OE standards and perform quite well. Legitimate AC suppliers encourage you to make sure you're comparing apples to apples when considering price. Not all accumulators and dryers are made the same. Sourcing will-fit components from unproven, unknown suppliers may be a risk not worth taking. So know where your products come from. Choose a domestic supplier with design and engineering expertise, one who tests and endorses the quality of the imported products it sells. And remember, if a deal sounds too good to be true, chances are it is.